Hello, real kids and my Boulder Music family. This is Becca here to share some of my favorite warm-ups with you. The first thing I want to say is that I'm sitting down for these because I'm going to be playing the piano while I'm doing some of them. So, all my students know that when warming up, we always start standing up. So if you're sitting down, stand up. Don't copy me right now. The first thing I like to do for my warm-ups is I like to start out with lip trills. So because lip trills are really a nice way to get the breath flowing and to kind of wake your whole body up. So I do lip trills up the scale and down the scale, up a 5-note scale. I go, and then I go down. And I will do that usually down to around a low F or an E. I started out on a middle C just to help you guys out for that. Then I go up the scale with those too. Sometimes I like to switch it up and I'll go. Oh, that was a bad one. Yes, it happens to even us teachers. Here we go. So the difference between that one and the one before was that I hooked into my breath and I made sure I took a low breath and I let my ribs expand and my lungs expand out. And I'll keep going. And again, my goal on these is to make sure that I don't get very heavy, that everything is staying light, and that I'm just really hooking into my breath. And I do these up all the way high. I like to go up to a high C, D, sometimes even an E if I can. So I'll skip, I'll go. Gotta keep nice and light. Okay, so that was about a C sharp D in there. So those are my first ones that I start out with. After that, I like to do ni ne na no nu's on a downward scale. So I'll go ni ne na no nu. First, I speak it just to get it nice and resonant and make sure that I've got my placement right. Then I start out on a G and I go ni ne na no nu. And it's very important to me that I stay focused and connected all the way through the lower scale so that I'm not just kind of hitting that last note and just going and letting everything fall. And I go down again to about an F or an E. Ni ne na no nu. 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 My allergies are acting up because it's spring. Yay! How are yours going? Okay, so I'll do like maybe a couple more of those. That was down to a G. I generally like to go down to an F or an E. I like to warm up in my lower range at least a half step to a whole step farther than what I'm singing for that day. And I also, same for the upper range, I like to go a half step to a whole step higher up. Now, once I get down there, then I go usually back to an A flat, and I stick with my same vowels. I go, ni, ne, na, no, nu. 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 And I'll stick with those all the way up the scale. Now, when I get to about here, which is a B major chord, B, D sharp, F sharp, I switch. I take out the ends and I change my vowel sounds. So I'll go, and I switch to ah, because that is much easier to sing than E's and A's once we get to the higher range. And so that was about a high C. Again, I'm not super warmed up right now as I'm going through this. So that's probably a little higher than my voice was quite ready for today. But if I can, and if I'm more warmed up and I've been doing all my lower warm-ups, I'll take that up maybe to a D. Okay, so those are my basic warm-ups that I stick with. And I'll post another video through Kari shortly about more advanced warm-ups.